In this video, we're going to look at our HTML and we're going to think about classes. So far, we have managed to create divs which have ID wrapper, ID header, ID navbar. These IDs can only appear once on any one page. So when we use them and are styling them with CSS, we know which one we're using. However, sometimes you may want to use a style for a particular element more than once. The ID attribute is therefore no good, and we need something called a class. Now, if you're very eagle-eyed, you will have noticed that the style sheet here didn't quite work properly. For example, we had a wrapper which should have had background color light gray, but all of this is in wrapper and it doesn't have. That is because the browser does not know how long these two divs are, and it doesn't know where the bottom of them is. So what we do is we must put in after content a new div, and we're going to give it a class called clearMe. Now clearMe will clear the two divs above the top, telling the HTML that when it's done this and that, that's the end of it. And this should clear both of our two columns, and then the browser will know where to put the grey. So I've got a class now, not ID, because obviously if I had different columns down here, I'd want to clear those as well. So I can't use an ID for this, so I must use something called a class. Now classes, instead of using the hashtag, which we use for our named IDs here, we use .clearMe. And this means that whenever it sees this class, it will now clear them. And the syntax for this is very simple: clear both. If I save this and this, I've now got a new div at the bottom. And when I press return, the div at the bottom isn't seen because there's nothing in it, but it does know that that's the end of these, and so it can apply the background color. So this is how you use a class, by using the dot in front of the name, and that refers to a class which can be used more than once on the page